Je suis très touché par votre présence à tous aujourd'hui.
Your numerous presence here
La
today.
longévité de votre démocratie
The
est reflétée
longevity
aussi
of your democracy
dans
is
la
also
longue
reflected
amitié qui lie
in
nos
the
nations
long-standing
et nos
friendship
peuples.
that binds
Notre
our
partenariat
nations and peoples.
construit sur
Our
une
partnership
expérience
is
partagée
built on a
demeure
shared
absolument vitale
experience and
alors
remains
qu'ensemble nous
absolutely
confrontons les
vital,
défis de ce monde.
whereas together we are
Tout
addressing
simplement,
the
le
challenges of this
Royaume-Uni
world. Quite
sera
simply, the
toujours un
United
des
Kingdom
alliés les
will
plus proches
always be
et
one
un
of
des
the
meilleurs amis de la
closest
France.
and best allies and friend
Hier,
of
mon
France.
épouse et moi-même avons
Here,
commencé
my
cette visite
wife and
à la
I
tombe du soldat inconnu.
began our visit at
Là,
the
nous
tomb
avons
of the
commémoré
unknown
tous ceux
soldier,
qui sont
where
tombés
we
pour
commemorated
défendre les
all
libertés
those who
si
fell
chères
to
à nos deux pays.
defend the freedom
Au
so
cœur de
dear
cette
to our two
grande
countries.
nation,
At
nous
the
avons
heart of
rendu
this great
un hommage
nation,
silencieux
we
et
paid
solidaire
a
debout,
silent
côte à côte
and
avec
supportive
vous, comme nos
tribute,
pays se sont
standing
tenus côte à
up
côte si souvent
side by
dans
side as
l'histoire.
our two countries have been so
I
often
was reminded
side
that
by
it was
side in
there
history.
at the Arc de Triomphe 16 months ago that with characteristic generosity of spirit, you marked the Platinum Jubilee of my beloved mother, the late Queen Elizabeth II. On that occasion, President Macron described Her late Majesty as the golden thread that binds our nations. Quand ma mère est décédée l'année
When
dernière,
my mother
ma
passed
famille et moi
away
avons
last year,
été
my
émus
family and I
sans commune mesure
were
par les
extremely
hommages qui lui
moved
ont
by
été rendus
the
dans toute la
tributes
France.
that were paid to her
Ce
throughout
matin,
France.
j'ai relu les
This
très touchants
morning,
mots de
I read
condoléances
through the
que
very
Vos
touching
Excellences,
words of
Président de
condolence
l'Assemblée
that Your
nationale et du
Excellency,
Sénat,
Speaker of the
ont
National
écrit à cette
Parliament
occasion.
and President of the Senate, wrote on
Vous
that
avez
occasion.
décrit Sa Majesté la Reine comme
You
ayant incarné
described
avec
her
dignité
late
permanence
Majesty
de
as
la
have
démocratie britannique
embodied with dignity the
qu'elle aimait
permanence
la
of
France,
British
la
democracy,
France
and that she
l'aimait.
loved France and France loved
Je ne
her.
peux vous décrire ce que ces mots
I
ont
cannot
signifié pour moi et pour ma
describe to you
famille.
what those words meant to me
Je
and my
peux
family.
seulement vous
I
remercier
can
et
only
remercier
thank
le
you
peuple de
and thank
France
the
pour la
people of
grande
France
bonté que vous avez
for
exprimée
the
à
great
notre
kindness you
égard et à celui de notre peuple
expressed to us
à un
and
moment
to
de telle
our
tristesse.
people at a moment of such sadness.
Dans la riche et complexe tapisserie
In the
de la
rich and
relation entre la
complex
France
tapestry of
et
the
le
relationship
Royaume-Uni,
between France and the
le fil
United
d'or
Kingdom,
que
the
représentait
golden
ma mère
thread that my
brillera pour
mother
toujours.
represented will
Je souhaite
shine
qu'elle nous
forever.
inspire à continuer
I
de
wish
tisser
that
des
she
liens entre nos deux
can
pays
inspire us to
avec
continue
détermination,
to weave
avec
ties between our
et
two
avec
countries
amour.
with determination, hope, and love.
Ladies and gentlemen, inspired and encouraged by my grandmother's and my late mother's example, France has been an essential part of the fabric of my own life for as long as I can remember. Indeed, as I have been astonished to discover, this is my 35th official visit to France. Each and every time, I have been struck by the warmth of the welcome I have always received and by the immense good that can be accomplished when France and the United Kingdom work together. Now, on the occasion of my first state visit to France, my belief in the indispensable relationship between our countries is as firm as it ever has been. Today, in confronting the greatest challenges of our time, we continue the work of those who came before us. When General de Gaulle spoke to the French people from London in June of 1940, he said, "Remember this, France does not stand alone. She is not isolated. she can make common cause with the British. De Gaulle's confidence in our alliance was well founded. 2 days before the Appel du 18 juin, Sir Winston Churchill's government had offered France an indissoluble political union, which would have allowed our two peoples to continue the fight for justice and freedom as a single country. Just 2 months after that historic broadcast, my grandfather, King George VI, proudly wearing the crimson ribbon of the Légion d'honneur, joined de Gaulle at Morville Camp near Aldershot to inspect 2,500 of the Free French troops. The common determination expressed that day sustained us through the long and bitter years of that war and drove us forward together to victory. Cette éclatante illustration de notre engagement envers la liberté et la démocratie reste d'actualité. Aujourd'hui, nos forces armées s'entraînent ensemble au sein de la force expéditionnaire conjointe franco-britannique, se déploient ensemble avec les troupes de maintien de la paix de l'ONU et par le Conseil de sécurité de l'ONU, le G7 et l'OTAN, assument ensemble une responsabilité
assume
pour la
together a
sécurité
joint
européenne et
responsibility for European and global security.
mondiale. Aujourd'hui,
Today,
plus de 80 ans depuis que nous nous sommes battus côte à
over
côte pour la
80 years
libération
since we
de
fought
l'Europe,
side by side for the liberation of Europe, once again we are facing an unjustified aggression on our continent. Our
et notre alliance
determination
sont plus
and alliance
importantes que jamais.
are more important than
Ensemble,
ever.
nous nous tenons aux côtes
Together,
du peuple ukrainien
we
avec une
stand
solidarité
at the side of the
résolue.
Ukrainian people
Ensemble,
with
nous
resolute
sommes
solidarity.
inébranlables dans
Together,
notre
we are
détermination
unshakable in our
que l'Ukraine
determination
triomphera
that
et que nos
Ukraine will
libertés
triumph
si chères
and that
l'emporteront.
our freedoms that are so dear
These
will
horrifying
prevail.
events have once more demonstrated the fragility of so much that we hold dear. Just as we stand together against military aggression, so must we strive together to protect the world from our most existential challenge of all, that of global warming, climate change, and the catastrophic destruction of nature. Jacques-Yves Cousteau a dit si sagement, pour la meilleure partie de
Said so
l'histoire,
wisely, for the best
l'homme
part
a dû
of
combattre
history,
la nature
man
pour survivre.
had to
Dans ce
fight
siècle,
nature
il
to
commence à
survive.
comprendre
In this century,
pour
he is
survivre,
beginning to
il doit
understand that
la
in order
protéger.
to survive, he must
Cette
protect
vision
it.
est encore
This vision
pertinente en ce
remains
21e
even
siècle.
more relevant in this
Malgré
21st
l'ampleur
century
et la sévérité
in
du
spite
défi
of
auquel
the
notre planète est
scale
confrontée.
and severity
Il est
of
encourageant de
the
voir
challenge
les
faced by
mesures
our
prises
planet.
par nos
It's
gouvernements,
encouraging to see the
citoyens,
measures taken by our
et de plus en
governments, our
plus
citizens,
par le secteur
and
privé.
increasingly by the private sector.
Je pense depuis longtemps que nos
For a long
entreprises
time,
peuvent jouer
I
un
have
rôle
believed that
essentiel
our companies
en
can play
travaillant en
an
partenariat
essential
et en
role.
harmonie
They're
avec
working
nos
in
gouvernements
partnership
et
and
nos
harmony
populations.
with our governments
Et
and
investir
people
des milliards
and
pour
invest
développer les solutions
billions in
qui
order to
permettront une
develop
transition
solutions
réussie
which
vers
will
un monde
allow
durable.
a successful transition to a sustainable
Avec le
world.
président Macron, je
Together
rencontrerai
with
cet
President
après-midi
Macron, this
chefs
afternoon I'll
d'entreprise
be
français
meeting
et
French
britanniques
and British
dont la
business
collaboration,
leaders
l'innovation
whose
et
cooperation,
les investissements
innovation
dans une
and
croissance propre
investment
et la
in
préservation
clean growth
de
and the
notre précieuse
preservation
biodiversité
of our precious
font partie d'un
biodiversity
leadership mondial
are part
essentiel.
of an essential global leadership effort.
J'ai réfléchi aux opportunités que
I've
partagent
considered
les
the
membres du Commonwealth
opportunities shared by Commonwealth members and the International Organization of Francophonie. I strongly hope there will be opportunities for future collaboration, for example, to find a way of strengthening sustainable development cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, our two governments are working in partnership to address so many global challenges. And yet, as ever, it is our people who are the true driving force of our relationship. Our friendship and warm familiarity are fortified by each new connection between us. It is renewed by each newfound joy in the culture of the other, and each reminder of how much we share. Millions of us visit each other's countries every year, a joy that we are now rediscovering after the disruption wrought by the pandemic. Tens of thousands of British rugby fans are currently following their national team around France, enjoying the fantastic spectacle of the Rugby World Cup. My son and daughter-in-law among them. Even when our national teams are drawn up on opposite ends of the pitch, they do so with mutual admiration and a shared commitment to the rules of the game, on which I will say only pas de coup bas et que le meilleur gagne. And of course, hundreds of thousands of our fellow citizens have chosen to live their lives permanently in each other's countries. This vibrant exchange between our people makes us immeasurably stronger, happier, and more prosperous. Nos artistes continuent de s'inspirer les uns des autres comme ils l'ont toujours fait, mêlant l'ancien et le nouveau et créant
the old with the new and creating complex and enriching work. Unforgettable images of the London Monet and the British fog that fascinated Frenchmen to the most recent innovations of David Hockney on iPad, of the changing landscape of Normandy, and the novel cooperation between the British designer Paul Smith and the Picasso Museum in Paris. There is a universality in our shared artistic traditions. Indeed, as I speak, my dear wife is celebrating this artistic cooperation by launching the first Franco-British Literary Prize, rewarding outstanding works of fiction published in French and English at the extraordinary French National Library.
My wife and I will visit Bordeaux, the first city to be twinned with a British city, Bristol, in 1947. This shared link is just one of a countless number of connections between our towns and cities, our communities, our businesses, and our educational establishments. It is our people, through all that they do together, who are writing each new chapter of our history, so that a more secure, more prosperous world might be the inheritance of the next generation. Our young people must, therefore, be at the heart of our shared endeavors. Ce matin, je me réjouis donc de rejoindre
this morning, I'm delighted to be able to join with young people of the 19th District of Paris and Saint-Denis, helped in their professional efforts. By supporting young people, we are investing in our future, an investment that will be reimbursed several times over.
Monsieur le Président, Madame la Présidente,
Mr. President, Madam Speaker, Senators, ladies and gentlemen, members of Parliament, almost 120 years ago, my great-grandfather, King Edward VII, committed in the name of the United Kingdom the Entente Cordiale and the ties between our two countries. This tie was sanctified by the incredible sacrifices of the last century and carried forward by every example of our common endeavor. Today it is in our hands, having been passed on with pride from father to son and mother to daughter, as it was down through the generations of my own family. During the time accorded to me as king, I pledge to do everything in my power in order to strengthen the indispensable relationship between the United Kingdom and France. And today, I invite you to join me in this effort. Together, our potential is limitless. That is why we must cherish and nurture our Entente Cordiale. Let's renew it for future generations so that it might become, I propose also, an entente for sustainability to more effectively respond to the global emergency in terms of the climate and diversity, a commitment to one another and to the values that we share so proudly, a commitment inspired by the examples of the past and encouraging us to address the huge challenges of the world around us. As neighbor, friend, partner, and ally, there is no challenge that we cannot meet as we have done so often in the past. Let us go forward with hope and courage, and let us do that together.